Okay, you know what's cool as hell? I was in Spro school today and we had our morning break. And so I was in the break room and eating a bit of a snack. And there was another immigrant who was there with his wife and they were trying to figure out how to work the coffee machine. And so he kind of like looked over to me. And so I asked him, how do boek for Yelp? How do boek for Yelp? And he said, yeah, talk. So I come over and show them how to do the mobile pay on his phone. And we proceeded to have an entire conversation, pole dansk, which would have never otherwise happened because he could only speak Ukrainsk or Litdansk, and I can only speak English or Litdansk. So if we had otherwise met anywhere else and not been in Spro school, I would not have understood him in his native language, and he would not have understood me in my native language. And it is just, I swear to you, the best practice to be able to converse in Danish with other immigrants who don't share English as a common language. I feel like it pushes me, and it's something really special that we were able to talk about each other's lives and where we both came from and whether we had kids and who our spouses were. Like, I don't know, it was just like, wow, like I was able to have a meaningful conversation with this man, which I would not have otherwise had. So thank you to Spro School. Thank you for my small bit of Danish language. It really kind of warmed my heart today. I will say, until now, I had never really appreciated how much of a relief it is to speak with someone else whose second language or third or fourth language is Danish. Because when you are speaking with a native Danish speaker, you do feel a bit self-conscious. And that was a totally new experience for me, obviously, as an American who's ever only lived in America and been in communication with other English speakers at all times. Actually, our first week of Spro School, it was interesting because one of our classmates was from Japan. And she had come up to my husband and I at the end of the class and said, wow, you're from America. I just feel like really nervous when I speak in English around you because English is like my second language, and I'm just, I've never really spoken my English around people who have English as their first language. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, you don't need to be nervous around us, like we're not judging you. Like it sounds perfectly fine to us. Like we can understand you. And I'm hopeful that that's how Danes feel about me when I try to speak in Danish, but still it's very hard to let go of that level of self-consciousness when you're trying to, perform, right, a language that is not your own. So yes, it's just so much less intimidating practicing Danish with another person whose first language is also not Danish.